This video is the ultimate guide to becoming a godlike shooter on NBA 2K23. You will not find a better video than this one. If you guys are trying to find the new best jump shots, or maybe you're just trying to get better at the game, you have came to the right place. Study this entire video. What's up, guys? It's a little back with a video. Today we are finally revealing the new best jump shots in NBA 2K23. It has been about 4 months since I've done one of these videos, and I do have new jump shots, so I think it's time to finally reveal those today. Now, some of the little Jimmies watching this video might be thinking,
what if my build is a different height than yours? What if I have a different three-point rating so I can't get the same jump shots as you?
that's okay if you're thinking things like that, because today I'm showing you jump shots for every single build, every height, every three-point rating. This video will have jump shots for you no matter what type of build you have. Also, whether you're playing in the city on next gen or you're playing on the go boat on current gen, this video applies to everybody. The gameplay is the same. The jump shots are the same on both games. I'm not only going to give you guys the best jump shots in this video, but I'm also going to give you guys the best shooting badges, settings, and shooting tips. I'm going to be telling you guys everything that I know and everything that the best players in the world do not want you to know, because they are using these things to get an advantage over little Timmies like some of you guys. Well, not all you guys are little Timmies, because you know you're watching this video for a reason. The little Timmies don't even have a clue what's going on. They don't even watch jump shot videos. You know what I'm saying? They're just throwing on like Darius Baisley and hopping into a park game. Sub up and let's get into it. Before we talk about the best jump shots in the game, let me tell you guys about Underdog Fantasy. I play on Underdog Fantasy every single night. If you guys are like me and you watch a lot of sports, whether it's MLB, NBA, NHL, those are the main sports out right now. They also got, you know, PGA, soccer, even esports is on here. If you watch a lot of sports like me, then you probably also want to pick higher or lower on player stats, you know, when it comes to points, rebounds, assists, all that stuff. And on Underdog, you can 20x your money in a single night. So let me just quickly put together a quick slip. I don't know if this is gonna hit. I didn't even look at it at all. But you guys can see in the top right, 20x if all of these are correct. And let's say I put $20, bang, I'll win 400. Or if I put the insurance feature on, bang. So I only need 4 of these to be right. I'll still win money. If 5 are right, I get 200. I'm recording this the day before I post it. So if we look at my pick'ems for today, these games are going out right now. Donovan Mitchell's going off. Looks like he'll get over 29, which is good. Livers got the turnover that I needed, and Scotty Barnes is starting slow, so hopefully he can pick it up in the second half. But that's just a quick $5 to win 30. Now my other one is Ronald Acuna Jr. I need him to get over 1.5 bases. He already got 1 in his first at bat, so that's good. And this is a special pick, basically a free pick. I just need Urias to get 1 out, so he'll definitely do that. And if you guys want specials or boosters, follow my Twitter at YT_solo. I tweet them out all the time. Underdog always gives a bunch of good deals like this, and I might even have my own deal coming out soon. So follow my Twitter and I'll be tweeting out all the specials so you guys can be basically making free money. There's also a lot of fantasy drafts, so if you're into that fantasy type of stuff like me, then hop on Underdog. And if you use my code SOLO, when you deposit, your first deposit will be doubled up to $100. So if you put in $10, you'll get 20 on the app. It's free money. Without further ado, let's get into the video. Okay, so you guys can now see I am in the city. Some of you guys maybe don't know where I am. That doesn't really matter. This is my little secret spot, you know what I'm saying? If you know about it, you know about it. But something I want to say real quick is I have won numerous skilled events this year. You guys see the mobile helmet on. You guys see the boot camp jersey, the ruffle sleeve. You got to be good at the game to get these items. I've also won tournaments this year. I have about a 90 win percentage, and I shoot from over 60% from 3. I'm just saying, if you're going to listen to anybody, I'm a pretty solid person to listen to. I pretty much know what I'm talking about. And before we get into any of the jump shots, I want to show you guys my settings, because people ask me all the time, and maybe I can put you guys onto something that you didn't know before. So press start, go over to options, and then go to controller settings. These are my exact controller settings. I have vibration on, but I don't know if that really matters anymore, because I think they took that out of like jump shots. I have shot meter off. Now, if you're brand new to 2K, which I know a lot of new people are going to be watching this video, shot meter off is a glitch. Mike Wang, the head gameplay developer at 2K, has made it this way since 2K20. You get a shot percentage boost if your shot meter is off. Because it is harder and you can't actually see the meter, you're basically going off muscle memory, or you just got to look at your player's hands and just, you know, kind of memorize when to release the ball. I'll give you guys my shooting tips on how to shoot better with no shot meter at the end of the video. If you're brand new to 2K, like I'm talking first day on the game, then maybe you could keep shot meter on, because it is a little bit hard. You're going to be very confused if you have it off the first day. But once you really start playing this game, you definitely want to turn it off, because just more shots going. Just trust trust me, it's just way better like this. If you've been playing with your shot meter on, it might be time to turn it off. All the best players in the world play with it off for that shot percentage boost. I have shot timing on shots only, and now this is the setting that matters a lot: shot timing, release time. And a lot of casuals don't even know about this. So before I even talk about this setting, the first thing you guys got to know is that shorter builds have quicker jump shots. If you're taller, your jump shot is going to take longer to get off. And when I switch builds, I kind of like to hold the X button for the same amount of time. So if I'm playing on a shorter build, like I said, those builds have quicker jump shots. If you're short, you're going to have a fast jump shot. So I put my shot timing release time on late. If I'm on a build that is 6, 5, or below, I put this on late, because if you're on a short build and you put this on early or even very early, I mean, you're basically tapping the X button and the shot is up, and it's just very hard to time. It's very quick. Now, this does not change the release speed of your jump shot. It just changes the amount of time you're holding X to get a green light. You know what I'm saying? The release speed stuff is in the jump shot creator. This is probably very confusing, but basically, if I'm on a shorter build, I use late. But if I'm on a taller build, so if I'm a 6'6" or above, like one of my 6'9", I put this on early, because again, those taller builds have slower jump shots, so I don't want to hold X for too long, so I put it on early so that I can hold it, you know, and get it off pretty quick. The rest of this stuff doesn't really matter. I'm gonna scroll through this very fast, but you know, I want to get to the jump shots, so if you want to pause the video, copy any of these down, you can. Okay, so now that we got that out of the way, I want to give you guys a real quick tip, and this is mainly for beginners. So if you've been playing the game for a few years, you probably already know about this, but if we press start and go over to progression, then down here you guys can see there is a tab that says get boosts. Jump shot boosts are crucial. They help you shoot better every single year. Since as long as I can remember, I've been buying jump shot boosts. Trust me, all the best players buy jump shot boost. And you know, real quick, I'm gonna just buy like 30 more games. You guys can see I have 71 games. I play every game with a jump shot boost. If you're not using jump shot boost, they really do put you at a disadvantage. It's 1500 VC for 10 games, and if you're stressing about VC, let's say you play 1 or even 2 micro games, that'll cover 1500 VC, probably get you closer to 2000 VC. The rest of these boosts don't really affect too much more. Like jump shot boost is the main one you want to get. If you're trying to save VC, then you don't gotta buy it, but I really do recommend. I mean, if you're gonna play stage or any important game, then definitely have jump shot boosts on, but shit, I have them on for every single game. Some of you guys, especially the beginners, might be wondering about Gatorade boosts. Do they actually work? Are they actually helpful? Now, each of them do their own thing. You guys can pause the video and look at the right side of the screen if you guys want to see which does what, but the best one, the one that all the comp players buy, is the one on the left, the Super Shake. So if you're gonna buy any of them, only buy the Super Shake. That's the one that I buy if I'm playing any wagers. Well, to be honest, if I'm playing a wager, I'll probably buy all of them just to get, you know, the best advantage. But if I'm playing a stage game, or if I just want a little extra help, I'll buy the Gatorade Super Shake 10 pack. But to be honest, I don't really buy it too much. It's a little bit expensive. And if you have the gym rat badge, you guys see in the top right, my weekly workout is complete. So I have a turbo boost, and the 4-star boost to physicals are now permanent. So I'm getting +4 to all of my physicals. You know, if we look at my build, the right over there, my speed, excel, strength, vertical, and stamina all get +4. And if you guys want the gym rat badge, or you just want to do your Gatorade weekly workouts, there's probably videos on that, but just go to the Gatorade training facility and do a workout for each body group, get at least 3 stars. Now it's time for the part of the video that a lot of you guys clicked on it for. This is the jump shot portion of the video. And if you guys skip to this part of the video, the least you guys could do is sub up, drop a like on it. And something I want to say real quick is that depending on your build's height, you can unlock certain bases. So if you're above 6'5", if you are 6'5" and above, you are going to be getting different jump shot bases than builds that are 6'4" and below. Also, I think another cutoff is 6'10" and above, but many builds are, you know, below 6'10", so you don't really got to worry about that. Now, if you're listening to this part of the video, then you're good. You know what I'm saying? You're doing the right thing, because there's going to be people in the comments that say, Solo, you said that you should be using this base, but my build doesn't get it. I don't see it in the jump shot creator. Well, that's because they didn't listen to this part of the video. Again, I'm showing a bunch of different jump shots. So if you don't see a base available, then just wait. There will be a base for you. It's probably because your build is the wrong height, or you don't have a certain 3-point rating, but I'm going to show you a bunch of different jump shots. Also, if you guys are wondering if you can get the jump shot that I am showing, and no, this is not the jump shot you want to use. If you like pause the video at this part, you know, James Book Night, you're not going to want to use that. But if you're wondering if the jump shot will work for you, look in the bottom right hand corner. There are requirements for each base. So some of them you will not be able to use depending on your 3-point rating, depending on your height, depending on your mid-range, and also the grading. You guys see release height, release speed, defensive immunity, and timing impact. That matters to an extent. Of course, you want to see as much A's as possible. The one that I would care the most about is release speed. You want to get your jump shots off fast so that the defenders don't have a lot of time to close out, don't have a lot of time to contest you. And here is the holy grail of jump shots. If you are 6'4" or below, this is the jump shot that you want to use. Base Stephen Curry, release 1 Oscar Robertson, release 2 Oscar Robertson. This jumper is absolute cash. Again, I know people are going to skip to this part of the video. Sub up, drop a like. I'm going to show you guys shooting tips at the end of the video if you want to get even better at the game. But man, this jump shot, this is the best jump shot for small guards. I can't stress it enough. I've been using it for the last few months, and you guys see the A pluses in the bottom right hand corner. We got 3 of them and an A- timing impact. That is crazy. But something I will say, you need a 91 mid-range or 3-point shot. So a lot of builds will not be able to get this, but that's okay, because I'm going to show you a bunch of other jump shots. The next one that I'm showing you guys, and we're staying on the topic of small builds, 6'4" or below builds, this is John Stockton base. If you guys can't tell, release 1 and release 2 for majority of the jump shots will be Oscar Robertson. That release is just one of the best, if not the best in the game. Thing about John Stockton is it's one of the quickest jump shot bases in the year. So if you put this on, it might catch you off guard at first, because you know you're gonna shoot the ball very fast. You got to be ready for that. That's what you want with most jump shots. If you want to be the best of the game, you got to get your jump shot off fast so that defenders don't have time to contest you. This is the jump shot that I used for majority of the year up until, you know, I'd say about 2-3 months ago when I found out about base Steph Curry. And if you guys want to use John Stockton, but again, your 3-point is not high enough, you guys could take off Oscar Robertson, because that does raise the requirement. And John Wall, Darius Garland, those are 2 releases that I used earlier in the year. You guys can see I have 60% Garland, 40% John Wall. And of course, with all these jump shots, you want the max release speed. Now, for most of the bases and, you know, the height requirement, like some builds only get certain bases, a lot of them have to do with how tall the NBA player actually is. Like for a lot of the small guards, you get very short players like Isaiah Thomas, Steph Curry, you know, Muggsy Bogues. I don't even know if he's in here, but that's just an example. But for some reason, on short builds, you can get LaMelo Ball. It might be because he's a point guard, but he is definitely taller than 6'4". LaMelo Ball is also a very good base. So even if you're on a taller build or if you're on a shorter build, you guys can try this one out here. This jump shot combination here with LaMelo Ball and Oscar Robertson with both releases is also very good. Now it's time to talk about jump shots for builds that are taller than 6'5", or if you're 6'5", these jump shots apply to you. You guys can already see we have a bunch of different bases. These are taller NBA players. That is the main reason. And here is the holy grail of jump shots, the best jump shot in the game for taller builds. Of course, that is base Kyle Kuzma with release 1 and release 2, both Oscar Robertson. This is just the best jump shot in the game. You can't tell me otherwise. With a lot of jump shots, a lot of different, you know, dribble moves, animations, I'm open to the fact that maybe later in the year they'll drop something that will be better. But with my taller builds, I really don't see a world where I change this jump shot up for the rest of the year. This is the best one. I think it'll be the best one until 2K24 drops. Of course, like I said before, you gotta be taller than 6'5" or 6'5". That works too. And you guys see in the bottom right hand corner, you need an 83 3-point shot or 83 midi in order to get this, but most builds can get that. However, I will show you a few other jump shots in case maybe your 3-point is a little lower, or, you know, also show you some that are for higher 3-pointers if you just want to try out another jump shot. The other jump shot I'm gonna show you guys is base LaMelo Ball. I just talked about this when I was showing the small guard jump shots, but for tall guards, again, it works for both. And you guys can see I can't even get this on this certain build that I'm on. You need an 85 3-pointer, but the main reason is because of the Oscar Robertson releases. If you guys take off the Oscar Robertson releases, like let's say you really want to use Kyle Kuzma, which I really do recommend, but you don't have enough 3-point rating, lower or take off Oscar Robertson, because that will lower the requirement. Like I'm just gonna assume that Clyde Drexler is lower. See, bang, now it's an 83. And if I go to a release 2, I'll just pick a random one, Zach Randolph, bang, now you only need a 79 3-point shot. Now obviously Clyde Drexler, Zach Randolph, that is not going to be a good combination, but if you have certain releases that you like, that feel good and you've used in the past, you can try them and see if it lowers your 3-point rating. Or in fact, I'll try to find a combination right now that has like around an 80. Like I'm not gonna lie, this jumper is probably pretty cash. It's a 78 3-point rating, so I low-key just found a diamond in the rough. Rudy Gay's release, if you've been playing 2K for a minute, you know Rudy Gay's release has been cashed since like 2K19. I've never tried this jumper, to be honest, but look at that thing on the right. I guarantee this jumper is better than the one you were using shooting unless maybe you watch my last jump shot video. But if you had on like a random jumper, this one right here would be pretty fire. And once again, look at this. LaMelo Ball Oscar needs an 85 three-pointer, but if you just switch both of the Oscars to Rudy Gay, you can get that requirement all the way down to a 78. Now there's one more base that I want to talk about, and that is going to be O'Shea Brissett. You only need a 79 three-point rating with the Oscar releases. So let's say you change this to, you know, Rudy Gay releases, or maybe you know, have other releases you like. I mean, the requirement would be like 74. Like you could really take this jump shot with some very low three-point rating builds. So if you don't have a high three-point rating at all, maybe try O'Shea Brissett. He's not the most known NBA player, but his jump shot is pretty good, especially for like a low requirement. Again, I'm just trying to help you guys out the most that I can. I'm trying to give you guys the best tips. You know, I drop these drill move videos, jump shot videos, animation videos, build videos all the time, trying to make you guys better players. So the least you guys could do is sub up, drop a like. Shit, comment right now. When did you sub to me? Was it today? Was it back in 2K20? Do you remember around a certain date? Let me know. I will go through and heart every comment. I'm just trying to help you guys out. The least you could do is sub up. It's free. Now it's time to give you guys some better tips. Again, the things that the best players don't want you guys to know about. And we have the best shooting badges in the game. Now let me put you guys on to something. Let me tell you guys something you might not have known. In my opinion, shooting badges are honestly kind of overrated this year. Like there's not a lot of great ones. Right now on my 6'9" build, so obviously I can't get limitless range too high, but limitless range is actually one of the best badges this year. Like it actually does crazy things. Like if you have it on bronze, you can shoot from kind of far, but if you put on a silver, you could shoot from like way farther. Gold, insanely farther. Hall of, like bro, the leveling up of limitless range really extends the range this year. I feel like it's never really did that. If you guys are on current gen, then you don't have this tiered badge system. Like for example, next gen players have to spend 10 badge points in tier 1 and tier 2 badges before they can even get any of the tier 3 badges, which are supposedly the best badges in the game. If you're a spot up, let's say you're a popper, like if you're a center and you're, you know, a catch and shoot player, then you probably want to put on catch and shoot. But for dribbling players like me that are going to ISO or even just, you know, run behind screens, I don't need catch and shoot, so that badge is useless. Deadeye could help out if you're playing current gen, then you could probably put it on, but on next gen, like for me, this build is tier 3, so that's kind of expensive. I don't really want to spend a lot of badges on it. It's not necessary. Blinders too, same kind of deal. It's not too OP this year. I would probably prefer to go with Deadeye if I was going to put one on. Blinders too, it's kind of like a badge. If you have extra badges, you could put it on. Same with Deadeye. Now I said there's not many great shooting badges, but Agent 3, that is the best, if not the second best shooting badge in the game. Definitely put on Agent 3. I would say probably first. This is probably the first shooting badge you guys want to put on. Max this out. It helps you pretty much on every jump shot. You will see this badge pop up, whether you're taking a fade, a pull up, you know, just a regular, you know, run up, standstill shot. You will see this badge pop up. It helps you a lot. Put on Agent 3. Green machine's a given. That badge, you know, it's going to help you green more. If you green once or twice in the game, it'll start to activate and you'll green more. It's like a contagious badge. You know what I mean? Like greening is exponential.
Are you stupid or something?
I don't even know what I'm talking about, but it makes sense in my head, so I'm gonna run with it. Like greening is exponential. What am I talking about? But I mean, shit, that's basically what green machine is. You want to put this on at least silver, and I have it on gold. Amped is a very good badge. If you are low on stamina, if your player is fatigued, if you're blinking red, this is the badge that's gonna help you. And shit, if you've played this game, you know how often your player is gonna run out of stamina. You know what I'm saying? Need an inhaler out there on the court, and amped is the badge that will save you. Put this on the highest level possible. Like I said, there's not many great shooting badges. I would say there's about 4. Amped, Agent 3, Green Machine, and Limitless. Those are the main 4. Volume Shooter is just a badge I find myself with a lot on certain builds just because it's like a solid badge. There's not too many other badges that are better, and this badge makes it so if you shoot a lot during a game, even if you're missing, the more you shoot, the higher chance you have of going in. Like later in games, you will be hitting more shots with this badge. And then Comeback Kid and Clutch Shooter, they're just like little bonus badges. Like Clutch Shooter helps you shoot late in games, and Comeback Kid helps if you're losing in a game. Corner Specialist is actually broken, so don't use that at all. And Guard Up's a badge I thought was good early on in the year, but it turns out that it is also broken. It's not that good. Okay, so I'm about to give you guys shooting tips. Again, the tips that the best players do not want you guys to know. They are using this to, you know, get an advantage over you guys. They keep it to themselves, but you know, a guy like me, I'm just so generous, so I'm gonna be telling you guys and put you guys onto these tips today. Now, before I go shoot around and show you, you know, the tips, I already know people are gonna ask me, how do I get there? How do I shoot around? So if you guys are on the city, if you're on next gen, all you want to do is go you know, to a subway station, which you could find located around here. I think if you press your left bumper or your right bumper, it'll show you where your nearest one is. But yeah, go to a subway station and then go to the East Mall station, which is right here. All you want to do is walk over here, turn this corner, and as you guys will see, the Gatorade facility is right here with the rental courts upstairs. If you guys are on current gen, all you want to do is walk to an elevator. You can find them pretty easily on the cruise ship, and then you just want to go to your my court where you can shoot around. But for some reason on next gen, we don't have my courts. All we have is the Gatorade training facility rental courts. So you see, if you walk all the way to this back corner, you click here to reserve a private court, and then click reserve private court. And then once you are upstairs, you find the court with your name on it, walk in, and then once you're on the court, you press your left bumper and you take out your ball. Okay, so the tip that I'm gonna give you guys first is a tip that I put in pretty much all of my jump shot videos, and that is release cue. Because like I said, I play with my jump shot meter off. And some of you guys might be wondering, how does Solo shoot with his jump shot meter off? Like I said, the best players in the world shoot with their jump shot meter off. But if you're new to 2K, that might sound crazy, because how are you supposed to time a jump shot if you can't even see your meter? It's all muscle memory. Once you've been doing it for a few days or even a week or a month, you get used to it. And so the thing that I want you guys to look at, this is what's going to help you the most, is your hands. Because you don't have a jump shot meter, you know what I'm saying? You don't got anything to really look at, but what you can look at is your player's hands, or some people look at their player's shoes, their feet. I don't really recommend that. That's a little more weird. That's more for people that got like foot fetishes or whatever, but that's beside the point. When you are shooting, you want to release the ball when your hands hit the top. So when your hands hit the top, that's when you want to release it. When you see your hands hit the peak of the jump shot. So I'm about to shoot it, and I'm going to pause the video on your screen so you really know the point of when you want to release it every time, what you want to look for. Here we go. I'm going to shoot it in 3, 2, 1, bang. Right there, when the hands are at the top, automatic green every single time. I just got a green. Like I said, that's what you look for. If you look at that every time and you get used to it and releasing it at the right point, the pinnacle of the jump shot, the top, it's a green every single time with the jump shots that I showed you. Something else that I want to talk about is stamina. If you guys have played 2K23, this game is kind of weird when it comes to stamina. I don't know what's good with 2K's developers, but they want you to be dead tired. Like, they do not want to help you out at all. Look at this. I'm blinking red from stamina, and I did a few moves. And my adrenaline boost too, those are crucial too. But when it comes to jump shots, the main thing is stamina. I'm blinking red, and so I'm probably not gonna hit this jump shot. Look at this. Pulling it, and yeah, I mean, no shot. Conserve your stamina as much as possible. I know a player like me, you know, I'm a dribbler. Look, I even know some moves that kind of save stamina. They're kind of effective, but they save stamina. If you guys want my dribble moves video or my dribble tutorial, I'll put the link in the description. But really, guys, catch and shoot. You know what I'm saying? If you get past the ball and there's a screen, run behind the screen and shoot. You don't want to dribble too much, especially if you're a beginner. It's just going to make the shots harder to hit. When you're lower on stamina, you're going to be hitting less shots. And one of the last things that I want to talk about, one of my major tips to you guys, is about fading. A lot of you guys, especially if you're new to the game, you might be thinking, oh, I just gotta take standstill shots. You know, those are the jump shots that are gonna go in the most. That's actually wrong. Fading is actually so OP this year. Like, look at this. I'm fading from deep. That's actually a pretty good shot in 2K23. It doesn't really make sense, but you can consistently knock those down. So once you get your fade timing down, I mean, that's gonna be in our arsenal as well. Don't only shoot jump shots, because I think you could argue that fading is actually more OP than just a standstill wide open jump shot. Whatever 2K content you guys want to see is on my channel. I have a bunch of tournament videos where I get a bunch of creators together and host tournaments. I have a bunch of funny videos, entertaining videos, and just like this one, a bunch of other helpful videos. So if you guys want help with dribbling or anything else, getting VC fast, any of that, that's on my channel. Again, sub up so you guys don't miss the next one.
Yeah, they don't think that I meant it. They didn't know who I was. I had to make sure they know who I am. I was a young and I come up with a whole lot of hits before I was even a man. Always been the hardest artist in every room. They just don't know where I stand.